I'm Dr. Lynda Cramer. Okay, now I know yesterday I said that I was going to do a video today about teaching us how to do our aura cleanses. Please know I'm not going to do that today because there's something else more important to talk about. You know, a lot of people 4 years ago were contacting me as a psychic, and the main question that everybody was asking was, when am I getting married? Or where's my future partner? When will I find love? Now, I've just got a butterfly. It's just right here. Oh my God. Anyway, sorry, little butterfly just came straight down. It was nearly on top of me. There's a sign from the gods. So, back on track. 4 years ago, it was all love. But now, what I'm finding is a lot of people are contacting me and asking me, I'm stuck. What's my life goal? Where's my purpose? I don't feel like I fit in this society anymore. So people feel confused and stuck, okay? And I firmly believe, in my own opinion, this is actually being created deliberately to make us all go into that pit of mental health where we are not using our spiritual gifts because we are in a time now of awakening. The earth is actually going through this belt, and it started about 15 years ago and it goes for about 25 years. But it's the last 10 years of it, which is now, is when it's really strong. And I think it's an electron belt, and everyone now is getting psychic abilities. Look how many people now are interested in NDEs. 20 years ago, no one even knew what an NDE was, but now we all want to know what happens after our death, what happens if we're psychic, how to be a psychic, yeah? So what I've found is when we find ourselves stuck, instead of looking outwards at others, like what people are doing now, looking at Princess Kate and getting absorbed by the Kardashians and listening to the news, that's when we look outwards. But what we have to start doing is looking within ourselves. And this is where our life lessons come into it, because it's not happening for everybody, obviously, because we all have life paths, we all have our different life contracts, right? But before we're born, we know what's going to happen in this lifetime. We know where we're going, what lessons that we have to learn. So we're put into opportunities where we can learn them. Now, I say things like, how can we ever learn gratitude unless we don't have things to be grateful for? What? That's right. When you've got nothing to be grateful for, we can still find gratitude in stuff. I just found gratitude in that little butterfly going past. I actually interrupted my broadcast because to me it was valuable information that I needed to pay attention to. So gratitude can be acquired even when there's nothing worth being appreciative for. How do we learn to be generous and kind unless we have nothing to give? Now, yesterday, if you watch my video that I did yesterday, I actually got a little bit open and honest because the last 2 weeks for me has been an absolute nightmare. Well, has it? Has it been a nightmare? Because when we look at what goes on in our lives and we then twist it into that, what am I learning from this experience? This is where our life lessons come into play, okay? So the first thing I want to say here regarding life lessons is, I've been sick for 2 weeks. So to me, that's the universe saying slow down, okay? When we get sick, that's pause. Take a pause out and slow down, look after ourselves, number one, right? But then my car also broke down. And on Friday this week, the worst case scenario, oh my God, is $6,000 to get it fixed. I'm more than stressed over this. So here's a life lesson that I may be going through in how to be humbled, where I now ask people for donations. If you want a reading, please book a reading. If you want to buy my books, please buy them from me, where I get the commissions instead of Lulu, Apple, or all the other bookstores like Amazon, right? So then we also look at the fact that my computer died. Why right now when I've got all this other stuff going on? So my computer is my contact to you guys. And this is where I believe I'm getting a lesson in being able to be humbled. How do we learn generosity unless we're put into a position where we have $5 that we can give to a homeless guy? But then we put it on the other step. We reverse it, the backflip of it. How do we learn generosity unless we are the poor guy? Oh my gosh, where we have to be the ones asking for help. And that's where being humbled comes into this. How do we ever learn how to be humbled in a time of all this weirdness going on unless we have to admit and be honest and be raw and to actually admit to the fact that we may need help? Okay, and that's what I did yesterday. I came down here, I'm in the same park, I've got the dog park here next to me, and I've got a bird in a tree, you may be able to hear him, but I'm in the park just where I was yesterday, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, oh my God, people actually watched my video yesterday and they felt something. They felt an emotional attachment to the point where they pressed my PayPal link and sent me some contributions overnight. So I have this now awakened awareness, if you want to call it awareness, where my gratitude today is so beyond what I'm usually gracious for, because we've got to find our tribes in these hard times. And finding a tribe is hard because our tribe is generally not our family. You know, I was just talking to a lady yesterday and she said how her family are not accepting her anymore, that she's now come out as a spiritual person. And I said, well, darling, this is where they've got their own choices. It's their free will. It's their own life path. And you may be in their way of a life path. You may be their lesson to learn how to be better people ultimately as well. So we've got to look at everyone and everything around us as to why they're in our lives. Are they bettering our lives, or are they teaching us a lesson in how to be better ourselves? Okay? So I've got a comment. Wow, 6K sounds like a price of a new owned car. Not sure about Australia car market though, and they're a private garage mechanics. Well, I will be honest with you guys. I'm going to tell you what happened with my car. Thank you for that person who just commented. I've got a Ford and I bought it 12 years ago, brand new. Okay? I am very honest with what happened with me. I was with the police for 10 years. I ended up getting medically retired. I sued the police and I won. And I ended up getting enough money to last me about 6 years. And in that deal, I spent $16,000 on a new car, okay, which is my Ford. So what happened is about 4 years ago, I got this email from this lawyer saying that I was in a class action. And I thought, oh yeah, here we go, another spam. So I opened the email and I looked at the lawyer's email address and I Googled them and I found out they were legitimate. So I rang them up and I said, I do have a Ford. He knew all my details, which was a bit scary. He knew the date that I purchased the car. He knew how much I paid for it. He even knew the lady who was Leslie, because I still remember her name. He knew so much detail about that transaction. And so I thought, well, what's going on? So we've been in this lawsuit. It's the class action of Ford because there's an automatic transmission fault, which they knew about, but they lied. I remembered Leslie telling me that Ford was the best car they've ever made, and they were told to say that. So part of this lawsuit is now this clutch automatic transmission. You can Google it, class action Ford, okay? Go research it because I'm always honest and I'm transparent, right? So it's in the transmission. So 2 weeks ago on the Tuesday, my transmission's stuffed up. The gear stuck. So I'm hoping they have to fix this for free, right? Through this warranty class action or whatever the hell, because I'm not a mechanic. But they said if it's not, then it could be up to $6,000. So I can't afford a new car. New cars here are about $24,000 now. And if I go and get a second-hand car, chances are it's still going to have the same problems this one has as well. Because $6,000 here in Australia, you get a dump, okay? So what happened is my computer also died. So I have to now buy a new computer. Yay! So I've been looking around, there's sales on at this point, and I do need one that's going to be good for YouTubing. So the one that I'm looking at is presently on sale for about $1,000. Oh my gosh. You know, I am a single mum. I do my best with my daughter. You know, she's in grade 12, so you can imagine the costs that I'm spending on her with driving lessons and trying to get her I wanted to get her P plates here in Australia so then she can start driving to school. So we've got to look at the things that are happening and analyse why now, because everything always does happen for a reason, okay? So why did my health go down 2 weeks ago? Did they know, the universe know, that my car and my computer are about to give out? So, hello, Lynda's just had a holiday for 2 weeks? Oh, it wasn't a holiday, believe me. But then we've got to also look at why wasn't my car? Well, my daughter's about to start driving to school. So, of course, I want it to be mechanically sound so then she can go to school, right? Because she'll be driving by herself to school. It's a half an hour drive. So I'll just show you where I'm going to go. There was somebody that just turned up, so I'm going to go down into here. There's another seat down here near this tree. Okay, so I'm going to go down in there. So then my computer. Well, I'll be honest with you, I've got about 8 people at this point who want to do NDE interviews with me for their channels. And my picture quality is not that good on my computer. Neither's the sound. And if you look at my lighting, that's not very good for videos either, for high definition interviews that these people want. So it's time to upgrade my equipment, right? So the universe is actually saying, Lynda, it's time to upgrade your equipment and your car. Now, I'll just show you where I am. What a beautiful spot. Here is a gorgeous tree. Okay, here's a gorgeous tree, and I'm going to go hug it because it's full of electrons. Okay, hug your trees, guys. Okay, so here I am. I'm at the tree. Oh my gosh, look how big and beautiful this tree is. Beautiful tree. How fortunate am I that I now live in this? It's an estate. I'm in a unit complex, but you know we've got this down at the end of the street, so it's about a 20-minute walk down here. To this park where I can sit here and have a private chat with you guys. So when we look at our life lessons, guys, we have to look at what is happening and psychoanalyze why is it happening now, because there are no coincidences. Everything always happens for a reason, yeah? And the beauty of what I've just been through and asking these people yesterday in my video if you wish to donate, and please, if you're watching and you do want to donate, please do, because I'm up for about $7,000 in the next week, worst case scenario. I'm a very generous person. So for me to have to flip that onto the other side, where I'm now asking for the generosity of others, this is me learning a big life lesson this week. So we've got to look at our life lessons. Why are we here right now? Look at the world. And I say to people, why wouldn't you want to be alive now? Because there's so many angry people out there. There are so many people who are deserving. They want everything given to them. They're selfish. Look how many selfish people are out there right now. So for us to be generous, kind, loving, and most of all supportive, we're in that elite group that are going to get through this, because I can see it's going to be for at least another 2 or 3 years, and it's going to go into really good times. We're the ones creating the good times for what is going to come. And if you know me personally, you know I'm a very generous person generally. So it hurts me to actually ask for generosity from others. And that's a life lesson that I'm going through at this point because, you know, we all have life lessons and we've all got to learn things in different ways and forms, right? So again, I'm just going to say, how do we learn how to be humbled unless things are taken away from us where we need financial assistance to make us want to ask for that help? So we've got to look within ourselves and say to ourselves, am I the sort of person who is that conceited, selfish person that's out there on the planet right now? You know, I'm going to say 85% of people out there now are in that category. There's a lot of angry people out there. Then we've got those out there who are trying their best, like you, me, right? Because you're on this page with me, right? And how fortunate am I that I'm now meeting all of you people, and it doesn't matter where you live. You know, I've spoken to people in Kazakhstan, Turkey, Pakistan, Hong Kong, China, Russia, Poland, Denmark, UK, France, Mexico, Spain, America, Canada, Brazil, Argentina, New Zealand, Alaska, you name it. I talk to people all over the planet. And it's the ones who come and communicate with me, the ones who take that time to contact me. I will do anything I can for you guys. And if you know me, if you've had readings with me, is this all the places she hates? No, Jose. V, I've lived in a lot of countries in on the world. I've seen a hell of a lot of countries. And I don't hate ever. There's no hate within me. It's one of those things that I wish you to look at within yourself as to why you just use that word as a comment in my own video. Because we never should hate anyone or anything. No one is different or above anyone else. There is no competition. And I'm grateful, so grateful that you just word the HATE word, because that's now going to come up as a community strike for me because it's banned on Facebook to say the HATE word, just letting you know. So what's happened now is this is my opportunity to say, I don't care if you don't watch my videos. I don't care if you watch my videos. I don't care if you make a PayPal transaction or not. But I believe that those who are supporting me, those who are genuinely trying their best to make it in this crazy times of what's going on, we're the ones who are going to pick up the rest after all this happens. Savine Allen, well said, Lynda, I completely agree. Thank you, Savine. Okay, because there's a lot of people out there now who are not aware of what they're doing. Using HATE on my channel, I've just now got a community strike coming up for that because it's now come up as a comment that's going to come up in their community strikes. I have a Facebook group and it's called Dr. Lynda Cramer Paranormal. I got a alert this morning when I woke up and it said someone's used hate speech. So I went in and guess what word they used? STUPID. Now that's a new word that we cannot say on Facebook anymore. So they're really starting to crack down on words that we can't use. So we must be very, very aware. Don't worry, you won't get a community strike, Zane. Thank you. One, what you're talking about. Well, some people just don't deserve to be on my channel, and I'm just going to go there because now that person just said the SHIT word, and you know what? We can wake up some people, we can try and be spiritual and teach people how to be more angelic, and then there's people that are just going to accuse, judge, and belittle others. And I don't have time for those people, and I'm honest, because if people don't want to help themselves first, and if people don't want to make that effort to make themselves better so then the world around them is better themselves, guess what? Go and be in that 80% group where your life is always going to be in the rut. Because I'll tell you something, and I'm honest, and I always speak my own truth. Those who help others get looked after. Karma is a real witch with a capital B. And I love the fact that the majority of people who watch my channel are the ones who love themselves enough to want to make a difference in their world. So I'm so grateful of everybody who wants to improve themselves. I will do everything I possibly can in my world to make your world a better place, okay? I'm also a very generous person. So go back to life lessons. I'm just going to start walking back to my house because, you know, when we look at life lessons, why are we here? We're never here to belittle others. We're never here to criticise, to be sarcastic, to abuse, or to HATE. We're never here to be anything to detriment another person. We're here to bring out the best in others. We're here to be our best so we are a reflection on them so they want to live up to who we are, right? And that's who I strive to be. I strive to be the person, when people look at my videos, because I'm over 350 videos now on this channel, when people look at my videos of things like how to be happy, why do ghosts and spirits be different? You know, so we learn, don't be a ghost that stays earthbound, go to heaven. How do we go to heaven? Don't hold on to grudges. So I teach all this stuff to bring out the best in others so then we all can be the best ourselves. You know, this world is a collective, everything is one. And our life lessons as on our soul level, we have to look at who we want to be in our future. Now, not just this life, it's all our lives. We come here to heal. We come here to be better. And most of all, we bring out the best in others. And today's a day where I want to be grateful and appreciative of everybody who's watched that video I uploaded yesterday. Because without your help, I'm going to be honest, it's not a very good situation that I'm in at this point. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. And this may not be a lesson for me. This may be a lesson for you guys to look at yourselves and say, are you doing all you can for your family? Are you doing all you can for your friends? Are you doing all you can for yourself? Are you bringing out your best? Are you bringing out the best in others? And are you looking after... Now, there's a rock on the road here. I'm just going to kick it off because I don't want someone to go over that rock and it affects their tyres. So there's me just showing a little bit of compassion in the world, a little bit of care, a little bit of love. And if we do that regularly, and if we start making a habit out of it, and if we start thinking, instead of saying words that are detrimental to others and putting them down, like that other person just commented, and if we can start truly looking within ourselves and saying, you know what, I want to be a person who's doing this for other people. Now, why do you think I'm asking for donations this week? It's not for me. One is so my daughter can get to school. I don't care if I don't have a car because I've got shops right next door to me. And I've been walking there the last couple of days, which is great because I'm getting my health back. So I want my car functional for my daughter, not me. And why do I want a computer? I don't need my computer for me. I want my computer for you. So you get the betterment, you get the support, you get the love. And most of all, you get the education on how to be that love, to bring out your best, to be your best. And then you can go out and be your best to others and teach them how to be their best as well. So, I'm walking up a hill now. I haven't been well, guys. Really, not well. But I am getting better. I am strong. And most of all, I am going to be here for you guys. Because there's so many loving, caring people that have looked after me in the last 24 hours. I can't tell you. The support that I've been receiving, the emails I received this morning, makes me want to cry. I love yous. I love all of you. You know, you are so amazing, gorgeous people. And it hurts me that we don't all live together, so I can go up and hug you all and say, I love you so much for looking after me in these hard times. But we don't need to be. It's only geography. And at the end of the day, we don't need to be near each other We need to be separate around the world, because then we're spreading that energy all around the world. So close your eyes and think about where you are in your life and truly consider how you can bring love into your own world and then that love into other people's lives as well. So on behalf of me and the universe, my lady, I want to say thank you. I'm so grateful to all of you who have helped me out in the last 24 hours. If you do want to help, I'm about nearly home, so I'll be uploading my video. Look, I'm actually crying because I do get emotional. I'm only a girl. But if you do want to help me out, please click my PayPal link. If you want my books, all you got to do is email me and ask for them. If you want a reading, please email me. My email will be below in about 15 minutes when I get home. I'll update the description. Whew. But anyway, I'm nearly home and then I've got to get upstairs. So I'm going to let you go. But please know I love you all. You are all amazing. You're beautiful, kind, gorgeous, beautiful people. And I can't tell you how much I'm so proud that you guys are in my life and how proud I feel that I'm now acquiring such a beautiful tribe of people around me, even though I probably will never meet half of you. So I need to pause because I'm out of breath. So thank you and thank you to anyone who's helped me in the past 24 hours. You have absolutely saved my butt this week with what I'm going through. So on that note, I will say goodbye. Talk to you all soon. Bye.